Good morning, students. Yesterday we have started this exercise 7. From that exercise 7, we have seen these queries 1 to 8 query. Today we will see next query, that is select star from employee where salary is null. Here we have to check the null salary. Means we have not entered any salary. That record we will fetch here. So how to write this query? Select star from employee where salary is null. So here using this we can check if salary is null. That record we can fetch by using this query. So here is space null is there. Using this you can check the records which are null. You can check the columns which are null. So this is the ninth question. Select star from employee where salary is null. Done.
Ma'am, can we write it as less than equal to 0?
Less than equal to,
Other than null, we can write it like less than equal to 0. Will that be possible?
but null means there is not number. You
Okay,
have not
okay,
entered anything. Means that
okay,
field is blank. See?
okay.
Suppose this is your table value. In this table, first EMP ID or EMP number is there, e name, then suppose address is salary is there, address and department number. So here you have entered some value, but this we have kept blank. Here we have not entered any numeric value. That time you can check less than equal to 0. Here we have kept it blank. This thing you can check using is null keyword. So wherever there is a null value, we have not entered anything from into this column, that time it will get the result of this row. So is null, use here is null. Select star from emp where sal is null. Now next question, select star from emp order by e number. Query is already given, only you have to change whether if that parameter or attribute name is wrong, that only you have to change. So select star from emp order by e number. Order by e number, it will show the record. This is the e number. Using the e number it will show you the record. So result of this will be like your table result only, because this is the primary key. If it is not primary key, it will show you more than one records here at this side. But this is the primary key, so only one record will be there for this number 1, number 2. So select star from EMP order by employee number. Here you can check other thing, order by D number. So this order is changed. Here 1 1 is there, D number. So 1 1 record is coming first, then 2, then third. So order by department number. So this order is going to change. What order variable you are using here, on the basis of that it will change the records. Order by address. So only Mumbai record will be first, then Pune. then Satara. Clear this order by.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next
Yes, ma'am.
question is here, select star from employee order by department number. Here we are going to show the record order by department number, comma, employee number should be in descending order. If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there, normal sequence will be this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But here we are going to show 5 to 1. We have to show descending order this employee number. So for showing descending order, you can use DESC. Normally, records is in ascending order. If you want to show in the descending order, DESC you can use. Check the your attribute. The number is there. So here first we will focus on order by department. So one number is there. From this one number, whatever numbers are there, we have to show in the descending order for this employee number. Total two numbers are there, two rows are there for this department 1. So after that, after getting this result of department 1, we have to we have to sort in descending order. So 2 is coming first, then 1 is coming. After that, second department is there, only one department will be there, so we will write as it is. Now next department is there, two records are there for this department number 3. So from this 3, check the employee number. It is in descending order. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So remember this descending order. If you want to change the order of your record, you can write DESC. On which column we have to apply? After that column, you will write DESC. Here also you can write for department number only. Select star from EMP order by D number in descending order. So 3 will come first, then 2, then 1. Here. 3 is coming first, then 2, then 1. Now next question is select department number as a department. So here we are giving that column where we are going to show the department number. That column header is department. Then sum of salary. So we will take the sum of all the salaries and we are going to show the total as a header of this result. From employee table, group by department number. Department number wise we have to make a group and order by department number. So we will execute this query. The number as a department sal as a total from EMP group by department number order by department number. Execute. Here first we have to select the department number, so that are going to display here 1, 2, 3, and we have changed the header of this department number as a department. Then department wise we have taken the salary sum. For this one, how many rows are there for that particular employee table? Two rows are there for the first department. So what is the sum of that salary? Available record salary. What is the sum that is displayed here? Total sum. Then for the second record, only one record is there in that table. So 40,000 will be there. And for the third department, two records are there. So it will show the sum of that record. So we will see that table first. Select star. Here. For this department 1. Two records are there. First record contains salary is null. Second is containing 40,000. So what is the sum of these two? 40,000. That will be displayed there. Then for this department 2, only one record is there. So 40,000 is there. For department number 3, two records are there. 60 and 50. Total result is displayed here. Sum. Clear this?
Yes, ma'am.
Here group by department number. So only one time we are showing that number. Two time department 1 is there and two time department 3 is there. So no need to show it two time. Only one time we have to show. That's why group by is taken here. And order by, it will show the order 1, 2, 3. That is the way. Here we can show descending order like this. Okay. Now next question is, select department number. We have to select the department number as a department. So attribute name is department for this result, department number. Then count. We have to count employee number. Here are the employees. We have to count that employees as a total employee. So for this particular department, how many employees are there? That count you will get here as a total employee. From employee table, group by department number. We have to make it group by department number. So only one will be displayed, then two, then three, like this only. Then having, if we are using group by clause, then we cannot use where clause. Instead of where clause, you will write this having. Having, here is the condition. Having, in this condition, you will write count of E number. So total count you will get, for example, for first department, one department, count is 2, is greater than, here you will write that number. For example, is greater than 1. So how many records it will show? Only first department record and second department record, because this department record, because this second department having only one employee, and we are checking condition count of employee number is greater than 1. And then order by department number. Execute. Here department number is 1 and count of that department means total employee of that department is 2. Count the next department is 3 and total number of employees 2. If you write here greater than equal to, then that second department will also in the result. 1, 2, 3. How many employees are there in the department, then that we can show here. Clear this query? Yes.
And please explain this again. Count by.
What is the query? We have to find out the department number as well as total employees are there in the particular department. So department number 1 is there. How many employees are there? That you will get from your employee table. So this is small table, so you can find out easily for in the department number 1. How many employees are there? One Rajesh is there and second one is Raj. So we have to show just count of employees for this department number 1. Count is 2. So if you anybody asks you how many employees are there in the department 1, you will directly say 2. Then second department, how many employees are here in this department? Only 1. That count you will show to the other person. Only 1 employee is there. For the department 3, how many employees are there? Total 2. Mujib and Sam. So total 2 employees. That count we have to find out. How many employees are there in particular department? See, department is same. So show the count. two employees are here. In the department 1 also two employees are there, and department 2 only one employee is there. So this count we have to show using this query. What we have to show? First, which department is that? That number we will show as a department. Then second column is we have to show count of employee available in that department. So that count we will find out by using count aggregate function. So on which we are going to use employee number. This number is unique, that is not going to repeat. So we will use it on employee number. And this is the attribute of that employee, attribute name of that employee. On which table we are going to execute this query? Employee. So this is the table. Now we have to write the group by department number, means only one time we will show that number. Actually two times that number is there, 1 1, but in a result one time we have to show that show that record. Now we will apply having clause. We have to check this condition whether that employee number or count of that employee is greater than this number or not, greater than 1 or not. If you find out the department whose employee count is greater than 10, if you want information of your department, your organization department whose employee count is greater than 10. Now we have less records, so I am using here 1. Employee count is greater than 1. And I have to show that departments order by, I have to show the record order by department. Who is the first department? First show the record of that department, then second, then third. So this is the result of this query. Invalid statement. Yes. So there are only two departments into our table which have employee count greater than 1. So this is the result of that. First department will contain total 2 employees. Third department will contain total 2 employees. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, select average salary from employee. So average salary means it will take the total of salary column and divide by how many rows are there. So that is the average salary of that particular table. So this is the column. We have to add this column value divide by how many rows are there? 5. So that is the result of AVG salary from employee. So only single record it will return 47,500. This is the result of this query. Select average of salary from employee. Clear this?
Yes.
Now next is maximum salary. We have to find out the employee whose salary is max. So first I will show that table. Whose salary is max? Is fifth number, Mujib. We will check other condition also. Select max of salary. So using this, select max of salary, it will find out the salary column and which is the maximum salary 60,000. Using this, it will get 60,000, comma department number. We have to get the department number of this employee also. That is 3 from EMP. Now we have to group by the thing using department number. So if more than 2 records are containing same type of salary, then it will give different department number. If one record, one employee is there who is one department number is there, and both the employees are having salary same, that time it will show one time only that number, department number. Having max salary, here you can show the condition also. Your maximum salary should be greater than how much? For example, we will write 40,000. Execute this. And department number. So 60,000, and what is the department number? 3. That is shown here. From this query, how many records are there? On the basis of that record, it has find out maximum salary of that employee. So these are the records. We have given the condition. That's why these records are also shown. We have find out, we want these records also, which salary is greater than 20,000. So this salary is max. 40,000 is max than 20,000. That's why this record is shown here. Normally, if you write here only max salary, it will show 60,000 from that salary column. Clear this? Everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now next question is select department number, and here we have to find the minimum salary. Minimum salary. One null record is there, that is also going to show, and one more record will be shown with the values. Order by department number. Salary. Here, department wise, it is going to show you salary 40,000, 40,000, 50,000. So from this 40,000 is the result. Department wise, it has shown the minimum salary. From this department number 1, 40,000 is the minimum. From this department number 2, only one record is there. That's why minimum salary is 40,000. And in this third department, 2 salaries are there. One is 60,000 and one is 50,000. So only 50,000 record is going to show here. Whatever available table is there, these values you will get, and from that values you have to find the minimum salary. Only if you write this thing, you will get the all the records. 1, 2, 3. Only department number we are searching. So 1, 2, 3. Total 3 departments are there. But we have to find the minimum salary also of that particular department. How we find out the maximum salary? Same way we can find out the minimum salary. So from department number 1, 2 employees are there. So which is the minimum salary? Here we are checking the number. One null is there. Null record is there. That record is not going to compare with the number. So in the minimum, it is going to check the numbers only. So from that 40,000 is the number. Then in the second record, only one record is there of the second department. So that record is going to display. In the third, 2 records are there. So from that, which is the minimum salary, that is going to display here. What happened now? Yes. So here you will get the minimum salary of each department. Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
For each department, we are using this group by. And this is for showing the sequence of department from 1 to 10. 1 will be first, then 2 will be next, like this. If you want in descending order, then you will write here D, E, S, C. This is the result. Now next, next question, update. What we have to update employee table? Set salary is equal to salary into 0.5, salary plus salary into 0.5. So in each and every record of employee will update here. Every salary will be multiplied with the 0.5. So here is the updation of salary column where department number we are using nested query. So what is the result of this query that will be passed to here? That department number is will pass here, and according to department number salary is going to update. So now finance department is not with us. We will write here inventory. We have inventory department. So from this query, select department number. We have to select the department number from department table, DEPT, where department name is equal to inventory. So from this table, we have to find out the inventory department number. So that number you will get from here using this query. We have to pass that number here. So employee number who is working in inventory department, that number you will get here, and we have to update the salary of those employees. If two employees are there in the inventory department, we have to update the salary of those employee by 0.5. So execute this. What was our previous record? Check first that. Control X. So check the which is the inventory department. I think first, right? Inventory second. So only second table data is going to update. Check the previous salary of this second. Okay, here. This is the department number 2 and original salary is 40,000. When I will fire that update query, it will change the salary by, means it will increase the salary by 0.5. We are going to multiply by 0.5 with the salary, and that result is going to store into this salary column. So execute this. Check inventory. Check the name of the field. 1 minute. Control X. Check the spelling of inventory also. This is right. D name. Okay. DPT is also okay. Yes. Space is required here. One row is updated. Now check the employee table. Previously, that second department employee is having salary 40,000. Where is that? Here. Salary is changed now. It becomes 60,000. So update query we can fire like this, and that is a nested query. Using nested query, we have updated the record of employee. Here. Using this query, we have find out the department number, that is 2. That will be passed here. So it will work like your normal query. Update employee set salary is equal to this one, where department number is equal to 2. Is that static number we were passing? Now we are getting that number by using the nested query and update the records. Clear? Again we will execute. Again that record is going to change. It is now 90,000. Clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now next one is again we will fire nested query. What we are going to do here, update employee table we have to update, set department number. Now we have to change the department number. On what we are going to change, select department number from department where D name is equal to finance. I think we don't have this finance department name. I will write here HR. I think I have given one department name as a HR. Where one more query is there. Where department number. Department number. Again, we will select the department number from this query. Where department number. Nested query is select department number from department. Department number from department where D name is equal to inventory. Yes, we have this department name. I is capital. From this query, we will get the inventory table inventory department number. From this query, you will get the inventory department number. That number will pass here in this. Here, what we are going to do, select employee, set department number is equal to. So first solve inside part, select employee, set department number is equal to, if for example, if HR department number is 3, that we will write here. Select EMP, set department number is equal to 3, where department number is equal to 1. Means wherever there is a department number 1, we will change that number as a 3. So first we will check here, you can check, first we will check HR department number and inventory department number. So let's select star from DEPT. So HR department number is 3 and inventory is 2, not 1. So we will update. Now check the employee table. Wherever there is 2, wherever there is inventory department number, that is going to replace wherever we have written in the employee table 3. At that place, it is going to show number 2 as an inventory number. So these 2 records are there. That is going to change. Set, what we are going to set, the value of this department, number, inventory department. So execute this query now. That is written here. Set department number is equal to HR. HR number is equal to 3. Sorry, opposite मैंने बोला. Department number is equal to 3 wherever there is a inventory. So inventory department number is 2 na. So here we will update the change. We will make the change. So this employee is now shifted to HR department. from inventory department. So execute this query. Now again check this department number is 3. Again check employee table. Select star from. It is not changed, right? We have to change it. One row updated. Now check employee table. Select star from MP. It was previously 2. Now it converted into 3. So this employee is shifted to HR department. Clear this query?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the select queries. Sample select queries are given. So using these samples, you can solve these questions now. They have given question now. For example, you can tell me, you can unmute yourself, you can tell me the query directly. List the name of all people living in, for example, Pune area. List the names of all people living in Pune area. So how we can write the query? Select query will be here.
Select star from Pune.
Select star from.
Pune.
Pune.
Select star from Pune. How is it possible? Where
Select star
you have
from
to check
AMP.
the table. Here different tables are there, person and area. Here person table columns are person number, person name, birth date, income. And area table is there, area name and area type is there. So for this, what is our query? Select name of the people who are living in. I will mention here table attributes also. These are the table attributes and we have to find the name of the people who are living in. For example, I am mentioning here Pune area. Now tell me the query.
Select star from person where
See,
area is
if
equal to
if they
0.
have mentioned here only name you have to show, don't use star.
Select P name
Select the name. Hmm.
from person
Hmm.
Where area is Pune.
Is it right?
no
And what changes we have to do? Yes. If we are taking values from two tables, one attribute is from person table and one attribute is from area table. Area underscore type. Two tables are there, so two names we have to write here, right? Two name we have to write here also. If we are taking values from two table, we have to take permission of this table also. You have written only person table and you are asking about Pune area. We have to take permission of that table also by writing name of that table here. But only writing name is not sufficient. We have to check the relationship of these two table, whether it is one to one to many to one, or many to many. So that relationship maybe they have mentioned here, or we have to think one person can live in one area or one person can live in multiple area, that you will think, or we have to check which relationship it is shown here in this question. What they have written, an area can have one or more person. Clear? Area is one, but that area can have one or more person. So how, which primary key we have to show in which table?
Area primary key will be shown in person as a foreign key.
Area primary key will be shown in the person foreign key here. Means that person one is there. For example, person one is there, and here we will write one number. Again, person two, person one is coming again. Yes. Or here we have to write the person number. Check. So if we will write, we will create the table. We will think practically also. Is it possible or not? Person table. So P number will be there. P name is there. Birth date. Income. And suppose here we are giving area name. That name is not going to be repeat. That's why this name is area name is the primary key for this case. But if you want to compare with the number, then we have to take the number over here for the area also. We will write a number because we will compare that number with the other number. Or a name is also primary key because that name is not going to repeat. So suppose here we will write P number is 1, name, birth date, income is 40,000. He is living in area, for example, Pune. What they have written there, one person, an area can have one or more person. Area can have one or more person. Same person, we cannot write here. If you want to write this person is living in different area also. In Pune also he has having home. In other area also he is having home. If you want to write that thing, that is not possible here. For this one person, it is not possible. Think in different way. Can we write this table? How many columns are here? 2 and 1 is the person name. So area name, then area type, and here P number. Area name Pune. Sorry. Area name, yes. Area type. What we can give here for type? Rural. Okay. Rural, urban. This could be a type. Person is one number. This Raj is living in Pune area. Now again we will write one, and means this person one is living in this area also and in this area also. It is possible. Logically it is possible.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
means which number we have to write in which table? This P number we have to write in area table. So we will use that. Okay. So one area can have more than one person. That is also possible here using this way. But a person belong to exactly one area. Yes, they have given next query also. But the person belong to exactly one area. No, we don't have to write this one again, because in the question only they have given this. The attribute area type can have values either urban or rural. Okay, that's fine. Create a relation accordingly, so that a relationship is handled properly and the relation are in normalized form. For this normalized form, we have to write one means primary key field into other table. We have to make this form or table in the normalized form. So we have to write the primary key in the other table also. Assume appropriate data type for all the attributes. Add any new attribute as required. If you required new attribute, means here we have added this P number. So that attribute is written. We have added that attribute depending on the queries. So what query they have asked, on the basis of that we will add new attribute. Insert sufficient number of records in the relation or table with the appropriate values suggested by some queries. So now this is our query. Here we are going to work on both tables. So both table name should be here. Plus one more condition should be there. We have to compare the P number. Here we will include P number in this table also. So we will compare P number from both the table. For example, person dot P number is equal to area dot P number. And this one is the next query. And area type is equal to Pune. So this is the result of this query. List name of all people living in Pune area. So using this P number, you will get the various people living in that particular Pune area. Clear? Or it is going wrong? Or a name we have to write here. Yes. One
Area
person is living.
table,
One person is
area
living
table,
in. Yes.
the area table will have the primary key because it is a unique.
This a name is the primary key.
Yes.
Hmm? So if this is the question, we have to find all the people who are living in Pune area, and in the question what they have written, person belong to exactly one area. So that person name we cannot include into this area. We have to include area into person, a
Yes, miss.
name. Hmm? So here we will compare a name, area name. So as per the question, we have to change the query. Select P name. Now it will select the person name from person and area. Why these two tables are required? To compare these two columns. So person dot a name and person dot area dot a name. So if we will check this table, here we have to write the area name. So this one is the right one. So second person, Sam is there. 30,000. He is also living in Pune. We will add one more record. He is in different area. Area name is Satara, for example. Now, on the basis of our query, it will show first two records. Select P name. We have to select the P name. So, on the basis of these two statement only, it will select the P name from this table person, Raj, Sam, and AAA. All these three records will be selected here at this level. Now next we will check the condition from person and area table. So we have to compare these two tables also. These two table we have to compare. We will delete this column. Where person dot a name. Here person a name is Pune. A name is Pune. We have to check whether this name is available in the area table. Yes, Pune is available. So this record is going to display. Second record is also going to display. Satara is also available, so Satara is also going to display. So from this condition where person name is equal to a name is person name dot a name is equal to area dot a name, all the three records are going to display till now. One more condition is there with the and means both the conditions should be true, otherwise it will not show any record. So next condition is area type is equal to Pune only. So this Satara is going to delete from the result. Only Pune record it will see, means only first two records it will check. But from this first two record, what we have to show? Only P name, not whole record. Only P name means Raj and Sam. Only these two records are going to display as your output. Clear this? Yes, everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Accordingly, you have to solve all these questions. You have to take sample of above select statements. You know how to use that select statements now. You can take that example, how we can use that and implement it here in these questions. Here also transfer all people living in Pune to Mumbai, that we have done. We have changed the employee from inventory to HR. Same thing you are going to do here. So sample copies are given here in the above statement. Select star from statements. You will use any one of these statement into your table. Now table is person and area. So in this table you will use that statements only, but in different way. You have to change the attributes. So you have to try this exercise number 7. Whenever there is a problem, difficulty, you can ask me. Write down the question. You can ask me how to write this question. We don't know. So I will tell you in the next lecture. Okay, this is a big assignment. One table, this is second table. Employee and project. Same type of questions are there. Select statements. Movie, actor and producer. Three tables are here now. So three tables will be there. Three separate questions will be there on different tables, and you have to apply the select statements on this table. Clear? Clear these queries? Exercise number 7 queries. Try each and every question. If there is any problem, you can ask me, no problem. Some students are continuously chatting with me. If they are facing any problem, they are chatting with me. No problem. Anytime you can send me the question. So this is exercise number 7. Now this one we will check tomorrow. Union clause, intersection. This one we will check tomorrow. Clear everyone?
Yes, miss.
So we will stop here only. Complete this exercise number 7 also. This exercise number 7 will clear your SQL idea. How we can use the select star from statements. Now we will stop here only. Thank you all.